Hi students, welcome back to my channel. This is Shalini with you. So Euclid's division lemma is about division of integers. So this video is made for the 10th graders. The first exercise of this chapter, real numbers, is done for you. So the remaining part of the exercise will be coming up in the next video. So watch the video till the end, and if you like this video, share with your friends also.
Use Euclid's algorithm to find the HCF of example 1 in the textbook. Find the HCF of 4052 and 12,576. So here you can see that 12,576 is greater than 4052. So you can divide 12,576 by divided by 4052. So 4052 into 3, 15, 1, 12, 12,156, 12,156. Now when you subtract 0, 2 and 4, you will get, and then again this 420, you have to divide 4052 by 420. 420 into 10 is 4200. So you have to take a number which is less than that. So let's take 9, 0, 18, 36 and 37. So 9. So we can take 9. 3780. Subtract. So you will get 2 and 7 and 2. 272. Again you have to continue. Put 420 as the dividend. So 272, how many times will go 272? Maximum it can go up to 1 time only. 272, subtract, then 4 and 1. Again continue until you get 0. 272. So how many times it can go? Only 1 time, because 148 into 148. 4, 6 minus 4 is 2. And 2 minus 1 is 1, 124. Again continue, 148, 124. Subtract, you will get 24. Again continue, 124. How many times will go? 24. 5 times, right? 24 into 5 is 120. So 5 times. 120. Remainder is 4. You cannot stop there. Continue. Again you take 24. 24 divided by 4 is 6. And 6 4s are 24. Remainder is 0. So the HCF is, Tania, what is HCF? HCF of 12,000. Yes, 4. 12,576. And what is that number? 4052 is 4. So this is the HCF. And 76 is equal to 4052 into 3 plus 420. And next step is 4052 is equal to 420 into 9 plus 272. Next step, 420 is equal to 272 into 1 plus 148. Next step, 272 is equal to 148 into 1 plus 124. Next step, 141, next is 148. 148 is equal to 124 into 1 plus 24. Next step, 124 is equal to 24 into 5 plus 4. And the next step is 4 into 6 plus 0. So the divisor at the last step, that means where the remainder is 0 is 4. The divisor is 4. So our HCF is 4. So you write like this, HCF of 12,576, 4052 is 4. So we use Euclid's algorithm, division algorithm, to find out the HCF of, we can find out the HCF of very large numbers. Okay. So in this chapter we are using Euclid's division algorithm for only positive integers. It can be extended to negative integers also, but we are considering positive integers only, except 0. Except 0, we can take all the other integers. But here we are taking only positive integers. A, B, any positive integer. Okay, so we are taking a positive integer and B equal to Q. How did you understand that B is equal to Q? Because they have given 2Q. Remember A equal to BQ plus R. You remember BQ plus R, right? And so what is B? B is equal to 2. So we understand that B. So we are going to apply Euclid's algorithm. So using Euclid's algorithm, we can write A equal to BQ plus R, that is 2Q plus R. Now the next condition, what is the limit for, what is the value of R? And in the beginning I already told you what is the value, 0 less than or equal to R less than B. That means the value of R will be 0 or R equal to 1. Because B is 2, right? So we have to take value 0 less than or equal to R less than 2. So from 0 to 1, we can take 0 and 1 we can take, because R should be less than 2. R should be less than B. So that is why we are taking R equal to 0 or R equal to 1. The reason is, this is the condition, because 0 is less than or equal to R less than 2. Now listen. So A will be equal to 2Q plus, first you give R equal to 0. So it will be 2Q plus 0. Or you give R equal to 1, then it will become 2Q plus 1. So what did you understand now? We understand that A is of the form 2Q when A is an even integer, and also a positive integer can be either even or odd number. See, if A equal to, A is of the form, if A is of the form 2Q, then A is an even integer. 2 into Q will give you an even integer. Now, so in the beginning I have written that 1 into 2 will give you 2. 2 into 2 also will give you what? An even integer. If you take an odd integer also, when you multiply by 2, you will get a positive integer itself. Right? If you take 5 into 2 also, 5 is an odd number, but if you multiply by 2, you will get an even number. So A is a positive integer. A is of the form 2Q, then A is an even integer. Okay. Also, a positive integer can be either even or odd. For example, if you take 5, you can write this as 2 into 2 plus 1. That is what they are asking you. You can write it in the form 2Q plus 1. 2Q plus 1. So 5 is an odd integer, and but you can write this as 2Q plus 1. You take 4 you can write as what? Of an odd integer, you can write it as 2 into 2 plus 1. You take any other integer and check, you take 7, so you can write 2 into 3 plus 1. So that is why we say this is equal to 2Q plus 1, where Q is 3. And if you take 6, you can write 2 into 3 plus 0. So every positive integer, that is what written in the textbook, a positive integer can be either even or odd. Okay, therefore any positive integer is of the form 2Q or 2Q plus 1, because Let A be a positive odd integer. Positive odd integer. And what is B? B is equal to, what is the value of B? 4. Because remember in the question they have given A equal to 4Q plus 1. Remember A is BQ plus R. So B is equal to 4. And now, what about the condition? What are the values of R? R will be, you remember the condition, 0 less than or equal to or less than B. So you can take from 0 to less than 4. So the remainders will be 0, 1, 2 and 3. Because it should be less than B, less than 4. So now what is A? A equal to BQ plus R. So we can give the remainder one by one. So first one will be 4Q plus 0. A equal to BQ plus R. R is 0. So you will get 4Q. Now A equal to, if I take the remainder as 1, it will be 4Q plus 1. Or if I give the remainder as 2, it will be 4Q plus 2. Or 4Q plus 3. So we understand that A can be either 4Q, 4Q plus 1 or 4Q plus 2 or 4Q plus 3. This much you understood, right? And remember, it is an odd integer. It is an odd integer. So now we can pick out from these 4 values. 4Q, 4 into an integer means it will be an even number. Right? Now, what about 4Q plus 1? 4Q plus 1 will definitely, 4Q is even. So when you add 1 to an even integer, it will become odd. So you can take this one. 4Q plus 1. Now what about 4Q plus 2? 4Q is already even. And if you add 2 to it, it will be even. And we need odd integer. So we can just ignore that value. Now try 4Q plus 3. 4Q is even. If you add 3 to that even number, you will get an odd integer. So we are going to take 4Q plus 1 and 4Q plus 3. So now we come to the conclusion that any odd integer is of the form 4Q plus 1 or 4Q plus 3. What about the other two terms, A equal to 4Q and 4Q plus 2? Those two are even integers and we need only positive odd integer in the question. Exercise 1.1. First question, use Euclid's division algorithm to find the HCF of, find the HCF of 135 and 225. You should take 225. 225 is greater than 135. So we have to divide 225 by 135. So 1 times 135, 0 and 9. You will get 90. Again continue. 135, 1 time 90 and you will get 45. Again divided by 2, you will get 90 and 0. So the HCF is 45. So how will you find out the HCF? The divisor at the stage where the remainder is 0. So we can write HCF of 135 and 225 is 45. And you can go to the next one. Next question, second one is 0. So we can write HCF of 135 and 225 is 45. And you can go to the next one. Next question, second one, 196 and 38,220. So 38,220 is greater than 196. And now we can start division. So here we can see one thing. 38,220. When you divide by 196, 190, how many times will go? 1. So 196, subtract 7 and 1, 8, 7, 8 and 1. Bring down 2. So 196 into 10 is 1960. So 196 into 9, 54, 81. 81 plus 5, 86, 8, 9, 10. So it will be 1764. 1764. So 1764, 84, 81, 86, 8. Subtract 9, 98. But 1 0 is there. Have to write 9 here. 1 9. 1 9. And then how many times will go? 196 into 5, 30, 45, 48 and 4, 985 times, exact 5 times. Okay. So the remainder will be 0. So we can write this as 38,220 is equal to 196 into 195 plus 0. So the HCF of 196, 38,220 is 196. Check whether you are getting this answer. Any positive odd integer, remember it is odd integer, positive odd integer, is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 5. So now you understand what is b, right? B will be equal to 6. So how will you write that step? Let a be a positive odd integer, right? Positive odd integer. So in that, q is the quotient and r is the remainder, right? So you write a equal to 6q plus r, where 0 less than or equal to r less than b. B is 6 here, so I will write 6. So r will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Understand? Because it will be less than 6. So all the values from 0 to 5 you can write. Now coming back to this one. A equal to 6q plus r. You put r equal to 0, so it will be 6q. Comma. Next one, you put r equal to 1, it will become 6q plus 1. Next step, you put r as 2, 6q plus 2. 6q plus 3. Then 6q plus 4 and a equal to 6q plus 5. Now you have to find out which all numbers are even and which all numbers are odd. 6q, 6 into a positive integer will be even number. So you don't have to take this one. Now 6q plus 2, that is also even only, even number. And 6q plus 4 is also even. So what you can write? A equal to 6q, a equal to 6q plus 2, a equal to 6q plus 4 are even. Hence, when a is odd, comma, a is odd, it is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5 for some integer q. So out of this you can remove the even numbers from this list. A equal to 6q plus 1, a equal to 6 cube plus 2, a equal to 6 cube plus 3, and a equal to 6 cube plus 4, and a equal to 6 cube plus 5. Out of that, you can remove all the even numbers and then write. When a is odd, then it will be of the form 6 cube plus 1, 6 cube plus 3, and 6 cube plus 5. Other numbers will be even number. So listen, we have to find out the maximum number of columns. So I'll write here question number 3. Maximum number of columns is equal to HCF of 616 and 32. Now applying Euclid's division algorithm. 616 is greater than 32, so we can write 616 divided by 32. So how many times will go? 32 once, 32, 9, 29. Bring down the next term. 32 into 10 will be 320. So 32 into 9, 27, 28, right? 288. So it will be 9 times 288. Subtract, you will get 8, and then you divide by, then 8 fours are 32, and then the remainder will be 0. So we are getting the HCF of, we'll write here, HCF of 616 and 32 is 8. So we understand that the maximum number of columns will be equal to 8. Therefore, maximum number of columns in which an army, it is there in the question, you have to write the remaining part. The army contingent of 616 members can march behind what? Behind an army band of 32 members. You have to write that question, that's it. Members in a parade is 8. So altogether 8 columns are there. Division lemma to show that square of any positive integer is of the form 3m or 3m plus 1 for some integer m. So when you square a positive integer, it will be like 3m or 3m plus 1. That is what we have to prove. So here also what we do, we will take fourth question. Let a be a positive integer, and q be the quotient and r be the remainder. So what will be a? A will be, we have to take as 3q plus r, right? 3q plus r, because we have to prove that it is of the form 3m or 3m plus 1. So that is why dividing by 3 using Euclid's division lemma, we will get a equal to 3q plus r, where 0 less than or equal to r less than 3. Now what you have to do? Put r equal to 0. So when you put r equal to 0, what will happen to a? It will become 3q plus 0. So it will be 3q plus 0 is 3q. So we got a equal to 3q. Not over. In the question they say that square of the positive, that means you have to square it. So we are going to square this number. So we are getting as 9q square. And you have to express at 3m or 3m plus 1. So that is why I'll take 3 as a common factor. Okay. When I take 3 outside, it will be 3 into 3q square. Okay. 3 into 3q square. So I'm trying to express it as 3m or 3m plus 1. So here I can write it as 3 into 3q square, and where we can take 3q square as m. So I am going to write this is equal to 3m, where m equal to 3q square. M equal to 3q square. Understood? R equal to 0. Now, if I put R equal to 1, what will happen? If I put R equal to 1, so A will be equal to 3q plus 1. So put R equal to 1. So A equal to, now what is the next step? Square it. 3q plus 1 the whole square. This is like identity, yeah? A plus B the whole square. So A square plus 2ab plus b square. So we will get 9q square plus 6q plus 1. Remember, we need 3m plus 1. So what I'm going to do is, see, from the first two terms, I can take 3 as common factor. And if I want, I can take q also. So suppose if I take 3 as common factor, I will get 3q square plus 2q. And then we have plus 1. So from the first two terms, I have taken 3 common factor. And now listen, what I'm going to do is, this is equal to, I will write it as 3m plus 1, where m equal to 3q square plus 2q. So after taking 3 outside, the terms inside the bracket is taken as m, so that the square of the positive integer I can represent as or express as 3m plus 1. So the first one we represent as or express as 3m. Second one we express as 3m plus 1. Now what is left? We have remainders 0, 0. What are the remainders? 0, 1 and 2. So we have to try the next one also. Put R equal to 2. So A will be 3q plus 2. Now square it so that it will become 3q plus 2 the whole square, and that is A square plus 2ab plus b square. So it will be 9q square, 6 into 2, 12q plus 4. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to write this as 9q square plus 12q plus 3 plus 1. Why? Because we need 3m plus 1, either 3m or 3m plus 1. So that is why I split 4 as 3 plus 1, so that I can take a common factor from the 3 terms. What is the common factor? I can take 3 outside, right? So 3 into 3q square plus 4q plus 1 plus 1. So that in the next step I will write this is equal to 3m plus 1, where m equal to 3q square plus 4q plus 1. The term inside the bracket I have taken as m. So that this also I could write as 3m plus 1. Understood? So coming back to the question, show that square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m or 3m plus 1, 3m plus 1 for some integer m. So that we already proved. The first one we got as 3m, the second and the third we got as 3m plus 1. 3m plus 1. So therefore I can write, therefore the square of the question, that's a question itself, the square of any positive integer is of the form, or you can express in the form 3m or 3m plus 1. Hence proved. So can I go to the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
So make sure that you understand this, huh? Okay. All these are very, very important questions. Okay, now we'll go to read the question. Fifth one, use Euclid's division lemma to show that cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. So you understand something, right? So can we take B as 9 here?
Yes,
Should we take 9 B as 9?
yes,
See,
ma'am.
because listen, it is cube. So when you cube, it is of the form. When you cube any positive integer, it is of the form 9m, 9m plus 1, 9m plus 8. So what you have to do is, we will take A, B, any positive integer, and we'll take B as 3. I'll tell you why. Because it is cube of a integer. I will show you. So by Euclid's division algorithm, we have A equal to BQ plus R, where 0 less than or equal to R less than B. And here we have taken B as 3. Now I'll tell you why. So what will be A then? A will be, so we'll write the value of R will be 0, 1 and 2. So A will be 3Q or it will be 3Q plus 1. We are giving the remainders, or 3Q plus 1 or 3Q plus 2. We have given the remainders. R equal to 0, R equal to 1, R equal to 2. Now we'll start. It is cube of the integer. That means if I take A equal to 3Q, A cube will be 3Q the whole cube. I'm taking A equal to 3Q. So A cube will be equal to 3 cube is 27. And remember, we need 9m. So what I'll do is I'll take 9 outside the bracket, so that I will get 3 cube inside the bracket, and therefore I can write it as 9m, where m equal to 3 cube, 3q cube. So I have written like 9m. Look at the question. We have to express as 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. Now one by one I will show you. First one is done. We got as 9m. Now I'll take A equal to 3q plus 1. Then I'm going to cube, so that it will be 3q plus 1 the whole cube. You remember identity, A plus B the whole cube. A cube plus 3 A square B plus 3AB square plus B cube. So 3 cube means 27q cube, 9 into 3 again 27q square, 3 into 3 9q plus 1. Now what is my aim? I need either 9m or 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. So here what I'm going to do is I will try this one. Wait. Look at the first 3 terms. We can take a common factor, right? Can I take 9 as common factor? So that I will get 3q cube, then 3q square, then q, and then I have plus 1. Look at this. So I'm going to write this is equal to 9m plus 1, where m equal to 3q cube plus 3q square plus q. Look at this. So I have written the positive integer as in the form 9m plus 1. Again, we have 3q plus 2 also. I will do that with 3q plus 2 also. I'm taking A equal to 3q plus 2. So A cube will be equal to 3q plus 2 the whole cube. And again, identity, A cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube, and this is equal to 27q cube. Now 9 3 is 27, 27 into 2 is 54, q square, 4 into 3 12 36, q plus 8. Look at this. See, look at this. Look at the first three terms. If I take 9 outside, it will be 6q square, right? Then 4q and plus 8. So remember, we have to prove 9m or 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. Here we can write as 9m plus 8, where m equal to 3q cube, 6q square and 4q. So when you cube a positive integer, you can write in the form 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. See, so therefore we write thus the cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. So now we understand now why I have taken as 3q, a equal to 3q, so that when you cube it, you will get the positive integer in the form 9 times m or 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. Now this is from the question paper. Show that, write the question, show that of the numbers, n plus 2 and n plus 4, only one of them is divisible by 3. So if the question comes like this, the method will be the same only. I will write and show you. You are given with numbers n plus 2, n plus 4, and we have to prove that only one of them is divisible by 3. Did you write the question? I'm going to explain. Listen, listen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take let n be any positive integer. I'm going to take n as a positive integer. Then n will be equal to 3q. For a positive integer, we can write the positive integer as 3q or 3q plus 1 or 3q plus 2. If n is a positive integer, I can write n as 3q plus 2, 3q plus 1 or 3q plus 2. Did you understand why? Because it is divisible by 3. That means b is 3. B is 3. So what will be the remainder? Remainder will be 0, 1 and 2. So that is why I wrote 3q, 3q plus 1, 3q plus 2. Did you understand this much?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll continue. So if n equal to 3q, 3q means 3 into q. That means n is 3q is divisible by, then n equal to 3q is divisible by 3. No doubt about that, right? 3 into some number, definitely it will be divisible by 3. Now take the next one. N equal that 3q plus 2 is divisible by 3. 3q plus 2 is divisible by 3.
No.
No, why? Because 3q is divisible, but if you add 2 to it, then it will not be divisible by 3. If it is 3q plus 3, then you can write it as divisible, but 3q plus 2 is not divisible. So I'm going to write is not divisible by 3. Now what is the next number? N plus 4. So n plus 4 means 3q plus 4. What about 3q plus 4? 3q plus 4 I can write as, I'll write and show you, 3q plus 3 plus 1. And next step I'll write 3 into q plus 1 plus 1. So 3 into some number, but you are one more plus 1. That means it is not divisible by 3. For example, you have 6. 6 is divisible by 3. But if it is 6 plus 1, then it will become 7 and it is not divisible. Same like that. Okay. 3 into some number. Definitely 3 into some number will be divisible by 3. But if you add 1 to it, then it will not be divisible. So remember, we have taken n equal to 3q and then substituted in the numbers given. That is n, n plus 2 and n plus 4. Now the answer is not over. You have to take n equal to 3q plus 1. So first step is over. Huh? Now I am taking n equal to 3q plus 1. So definitely it is not divisible, right? 3q plus 1 is not divisible by 3. So what is the next number? N plus 2. N is 3q plus 1 plus 2. So it will become 3q plus 3. So 3 into q plus 1. So 3 into some number definitely is divisible. 3 into some number means it will be divisible by 3. Now you have to check n plus 4. N plus 4. Can you see my screen? 3q plus 1 plus 4. Okay, we have to check all the 3 numbers. So it will be 3q plus 1 plus 4 is 5. So how will you write this number? I can write it as 3q plus 3 plus 2. So from the first 2 terms, I can write 3 into q plus 1 plus 2. So this is also not divisible by 3. So listen, n equal to 3q. When I took n as 3q plus 1, I got only one term as divisible by 3. The other 2 terms are not divisible. Now when I took n equal to 3q, I got only one term which is divisible by 3. These 2 terms are not divisible by 3. In the same way, I am going to try n equal to 3q plus 2. Now if n equal to 3q plus 2, 3q plus 2 is not divisible, right? N equal to 3q plus 2. So is not divisible by 3. Now what is the next term? N plus 2. N is 3q plus 2 and you add 2 to it. Then it will become 3q plus 4. 3q plus 4. So this I can write as 3q plus 3 plus 1. And from the first 2 terms I am taking a common factor. Still the number is not divisible by 3. Because 3 into some number plus 1 is not divisible by 3. Now n plus 4. N is 3q plus 2 plus 4. So you will get 3q plus 6. So when I take 3 as common factor, I will get 3 into q plus 2. Definitely 3 into some number means it will be divisible. It will be divisible by 3. So what you have to understand is that when I took n equal to 3q plus 2, this is not divisible. This is not divisible. Only one is divisible. That is what we have to prove. Now read the question. Show that out of the numbers n, n plus 2, n plus 4, only one of them is divisible. So when I take each and every condition, that is in all the 3 conditions, you can see that only one is divisible. When I took n equal to 3q plus 1, see only one is divisible. The other 2 are not divisible. And in the next one, n equal to 3q plus 2, we can see that only one is divisible. The other 2 are not divisible. So that is what we have to prove. So from each set we understand that only one of them is divisible by 3. Therefore, thus only 1 out of n, n plus 2 and n plus 4 is divisible by 3.